calling all gamers. With the boom in virtual reality has gotten over the past few years, the number of VR games being released has significantly increased. With plenty of options to choose from, which ones are the best? Welcome back to our channel. International Tech Masters is here again to deliver the latest tech news. As we welcome a new year, let's look back a bit as we give you the top 10 best VR games in 2022. Number 10. Among Us VR. It's a little bit of Mafia and a little bit of Werewolf and a whole lot of deducing and accusing. Among Us is a multiplayer game where crewmates work to finish a set of tasks as an imposter tries to eliminate them one by one while trying to blend in. This viral party game got a whole lot of love during the pandemic, and now Inner Sloth has taken it to a whole new level through VR. It even got nominated at the Game Awards for Best VR Game. It's essentially the same game we know and love, where we point fingers and try to appear innocent. But this time, you can actually physically point fingers and work on tasks, making the game more immersive. Having your mates accuse you of being the imposter over a Discord call was intense already. Imagine being in first person and witnessing your fellow crewmate fall victim to the imposter. We're sure you've already heard of Among Us, whether through gameplay or memes. But what other games do you think would be included in this list? Let us know your predictions in the comments below. Now on to the next game. Number 9. Assetto Corsa. Italian video game developer Cuno Simulazioni created the racing simulation game Assetto Corsa. It is built with support for significant customization and modability for a realistic racing experience. Thanks to its outstanding underlying physics model, beautiful graphics, and fan-requested features, Assetto Corsa is not just a great racing game, but also one of the greatest VR games on PC. Number 8. Budget Cuts. Brought to you by Neat Corporation, Budget Cuts is a VR stealth game where you carefully sneak or power through your way into exciting robot-filled first-person shooter action. In the game, you take on the role of a Transcorp employee, stamping documents and filing paperwork. Unfortunately, Transcorp is a pro at manufacturing robots that save costs by replacing their employees with those very robots. That just means your job is in great jeopardy. With its creativity and humorous gameplay like shooting portals and using different office items to mess with the hostile robots, Budget Cuts makes the list at number 8. Number 7. Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. Developed by Steel Crate Games, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes is a puzzle video game that took the internet by storm a few years back. The game's objective is quite simple. You're inside a sketchy room with a bomb. The manual required to disarm it is in the hands of the experts, your friends. The experts can't see the bomb and you can't see the manual, so you have to literally keep talking so that the bomb wouldn't explode. Now available on VR, it becomes incredibly exciting to defuse the bomb and almost realistic to handle its different modules. Cutting wires, reading symbols, navigating through mazes, and even playing Simon Says become more thrilling as the time ticks to 0 in front of your very eyes. Number 6. Elite Dangerous. Made by the folks over at Frontier Developments, Elite Dangerous is what you get when you have a whole team passionate about VR. With a breathtaking one-to-one recreation of the whole Milky Way galaxy, Elite Dangerous helps bring gaming's original open-world journey to the modern generation. The world is entirely multiplayer, so as you cruise through the stars as a space pilot, there might be a few players battling it out beside you. Though your character is fixed inside the cockpit, exploring and interacting with this massive open world will surely knock your socks off. Number 5. I Expect You to Die Too. From the creators of the beloved puzzle game, I Expect You to Die comes its sequel. Shell Games has placed its players once more in the shoes of an elite spy trying to survive dangerous scenarios by solving challenging puzzles. The escape the room feel becomes more apparent in its second VR game. Number 4. Bonelab. The sequel to Boneworks made by Stress Level Zero is here. Unlike many VR games in the market, Bonelab pushes the boundaries of the virtual world. Bonelab is an innovative physics action game where you don't just walk and run around. You jump, crawl, climb, and even ride go-karts. Bonelab places its players in a world where you play as a condemned prisoner avoiding death. After finding an underground lab in Mythos City, you'll get access to several game environments, including arenas, obstacle courses, tactical trials, and many more. The story advances as you gather objects, avatars, and hints scattered throughout the maps. Number 3. Superhot VR. Even several years after its release, Superhot VR is still worth mentioning. Careful strategizing coupled with chaotic combat gives rise to an award-winning VR game. You're put inside a world where time moves only when you move. Enter the beautifully vicious world of Superhot VR and utilize your own body to cut, fire, and escape through storms of slow-moving bullets. It's a hybrid puzzle shooter game that is completely original. No wonder it got an IGN rating of 9 out of 10. Recreate the Matrix and feel like a superhuman in Superhot VR. Number 2. Half-Life Alyx. The game developers over at Valve Corporation deserve recognition for creating a beautifully detailed world where you interact in intense fighting, world adventures, and puzzle solving. Having an IGN rating of 10 out of 10, Half-Life Alyx surely deserves this spot on the list. The game tells the tale of an impossible battle against the ruthless alien race called Combine. You play as Alex Vance, humanity's last hope for survival. Set between Half-Life and Half-Life 2, join with her father, Eli, to form a resistance against the Combine's harsh rule over the Earth. Immerse yourself in this virtual world where you move to awkward positions to make an impossible shot. Turn a whole room upside down to find loot, hack into the Combine's alien interface, and many other realistic experiences in this survival world. Before we get into the number 1 spot, please give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet, and click on the notification bell to keep you posted on our next upload. Now, let's get back to the video. Number 1. Moss Book 2. Winning VR Game of the Year at the Game Awards 2022. Moss Book 2 truly deserves the number 1 spot in this list. It is a single-player action-adventure puzzle game where you help a cute little mouse named Quill throughout different situations. After the first book in the series, Book 2 immerses you in a mythical and magical world from the very first page. Enjoy a rich story filled with fascinating characters, intriguing objects, and mysterious tales. This game is a sequel to the fan-favorite VR game, Moss, created by Polyarc. Playing the first game before this one is highly encouraged as the second game takes place immediately after the first, but it won't take away from the game's magic if you don't. It's just that good. From Among Us VR, all the way to a game like Moss Book 2, you could say that VR isn't all about the realistic graphics and complex game mechanics, but about how much the community adores the game itself. As games continue to evolve, maybe virtual reality will soon become the norm for gaming. Who knows? Speaking of evolving, check out our other video about tech trends that will change the world. And that's it for this video. If you want to know more about the latest tech news, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell to keep you posted. And we'll see you at the next one.